In this episode, a heartwarming tale unfolds as a compassionate adventurer embarks on a journey with a most unusual companion. Wally the alligator, a creature of mythic proportions, becomes the center of astonishing encounters. Today, we invite you to join us on an unforgettable adventure with Joie Henney and WallyGator. Please show your support by hitting the like button and subscribing now. Welcome to Wonderbot Animals. In the tranquil town of Jonestown, Pennsylvania, an extraordinary companionship unfolds. A bond that defies expectations and brings new meaning to the phrase, man's best friend. But this isn't your typical tale of canine loyalty or feline affection. No, quite the opposite. In fact, this is a story that will take you deep into the heart of an unlikely friendship. Meet Joie Henney, a man whose life has been forever changed by a most unusual companion. Joseph, or Joe as he prefers to be called, which is pronounced similar to Joe, shares his life with WallyGator, an emotional support animal like no other. Now, you might be wondering, what kind of support animal is WallyGator? Well, let's just say, when WallyGator turns his nose toward you, it's not a simple greeting. It's a request for a kiss. WallyGator, you see. WallyGator is a 7-year-old, 5.5-foot American alligator weighing in at 70 pounds. Yes, you heard that right. An alligator that greets you while requesting a kiss. Joe and WallyGator's relationship goes beyond the ordinary. From grocery store runs to leisurely walks in the park, these two are inseparable. They share hugs, sleep in the same bed, and even watch television together on the couch. But it doesn't stop there. They share hugs, they even sleep in the same bed, and when Joe takes WallyGator to the local farmer's market, you won't believe what this reptilian wonder does. Once at the farmer's market, the 70-pound reptile shows his affection by giving hugs to shoppers, as long as they're comfortable being in such close proximity to those razor-sharp teeth. As you can imagine, many people are too afraid to get close enough to let such a magical moment occur. And for good reason. After all, this is one of nature's true predators. In the community of Jonestown, WallyGator is a celebrity of sorts, known by nearly everyone. But why does Joe have an emotional support alligator? When he turns his nose toward you, that means he expects a kiss, Joe explains. He's super sweet-natured. WallyGator's adventures have captured the hearts of many on social media platforms like TikTok and Instagram, where the duo spreads awareness about alligators and helps educate anyone who cares to listen. But the story of Joe and WallyGator runs deeper, with roots that go back to a time when a unique opportunity arose. So today you can join us on this extraordinary journey as we delve into the heartwarming and surprising story of Joie Henney and his extraordinary emotional support alligator, WallyGator. This story is a tale that challenges our perceptions and reminds us that true companionship knows no bounds. In 2015, Joe received a call from a friend in Florida, a call that would change his life. Joe unexpectedly had a friend call him and ask him if he was able to help relocate some alligators that had been found in an Orlando pond. Joe, a woods craftsman by trade and a reptile enthusiast by passion, agreed to help. He has a history of relocating unwanted reptiles to wildlife sanctuaries. And among the reptiles he's rescued over the years, there was one that would forever change his life. A unique and extraordinary alligator named WallyGator. This was not the first alligator that Joe had ever rescued. But why did Joie Henney choose to keep WallyGator? And what led him to become an advocate for these misunderstood reptiles? It is actually legal to own alligators in Pennsylvania. And in the case of Joe, he had made it a lifelong passion, with almost 30 years of dedicated care and love going towards unwanted reptiles, such as alligators, snakes, and iguanas. His care has meant that these animals got a new lease on life due to being rehomed in wildlife sanctuaries or zoos that are willing to take them in and treat them properly, something that Joe ensures will happen before he releases them to their new home. When people find themselves overwhelmed by the challenges of caring for these creatures, they turn to Joe for help. Often it's when cute baby gators outgrow their charm and become difficult to handle that he's called upon. Alligators, as Joe knows all too well, are not your typical pets. Alligators are ancient creatures, unchanged since the time of the dinosaurs. They can live up to 80 years in captivity, and their care demands expertise and dedication. They're also dangerous creatures by nature, making it difficult for just anyone to take care of them. At the same time, in the heart of the Florida Everglades, where alligators thrive in the wild, there's a thriving black market for exotic pets, including these fearsome reptiles. Many people are drawn to the allure of owning a piece of prehistoric history, but they often underestimate the immense responsibility that comes with it. Joe has dedicated his life to educating the public about these misunderstood creatures. He emphasizes that before considering an alligator as a pet, one must understand their complex biology. Alligators are cold-blooded reptiles, which means they rely on external heat sources to regulate their body temperature. Providing them with the right environment, including temperature-controlled enclosures, is crucial for their well-being. Feeding an alligator is another challenge. These carnivores have a diverse diet, primarily consisting of fish, birds, and small mammals. Maintaining a balanced diet with proper nutrition is essential for their health. Joe has seen firsthand the consequences of improper feeding, which can lead to obesity or malnutrition in these ancient reptiles. One of the most significant misconceptions about alligators as pets is their size. As hatchlings, they might fit in the palm of your hand, but they can grow rapidly. A baby alligator can easily reach 3 feet in length within just a year. The rapid growth rate often catches owners off guard, and many are ill-prepared for the space and resources required to house an adult gator. Beyond the physical demands of caring for alligators, there's the issue of safety. These animals are territorial and can become extremely aggressive, especially during mating season. Handling them without proper training and equipment can be a dangerous endeavor, as Joe has learned through years of experience. Even seemingly docile alligators can suddenly display unpredictable behavior. In many places, keeping alligators as pets is illegal without the proper permits, and regulations vary widely from one location to another. Joe advocates for responsible pet ownership and encourages people to consider the long-term commitment and ethical implications of keeping such ancient and wild creatures in captivity. Ultimately, while alligators may seem like fascinating and unique pets, they are better admired from a safe distance in their natural habitats. Joe's mission is not just about helping individuals care for their gators, but also about preserving these magnificent reptiles for future generations to appreciate in the wild, where they truly belong. So, among the different gators he's rescued over the years, suddenly there was a special one, WallyGator. At just 14 months old, Joe quickly became attached to WallyGator due to the gentle soul, which led to Joe finding himself becoming committed to the lifelong care of his new friend. Joe's journey with WallyGator defies conventional wisdom. He spent years carefully studying and handling alligators, and from the very beginning, he sensed something different about WallyGator. Joe had a hunch from the very beginning. Despite being in the presence of a formidable predator, WallyGator didn't react with aggression. Instead, he displayed a surprising fondness for cheesy popcorn and a docility that belied his species. For starters, Joe quickly found out that WallyGator was not interested in eating live rats, something which almost all other alligators tend to love. But not just that, WallyGator instead loved dining on cheesy popcorn and other oddities. This weird fact intrigued Joe, causing them to bond even more, as trust blossomed over time due to their exposure to each other. As their bond deepened, Joe took a bold step. He decided to let WallyGator roam freely in his home, a testament to their extraordinary connection. WallyGator, once confined to an enclosure, began to follow Joe like a curious pup. Their bond grew stronger as WallyGator displayed affection by staying close and being remarkably docile. Nowadays, the alligator is as close to Joe as one might expect a loyal dog to be. And Joe learned that WallyGator even liked to be held and cuddled. And, as you can see if you're lucky enough to visit the farmer's market while Joe and WallyGator is there, the alligator even wants to greet new humans and make friends with them. In the world of animal companionship, Joie Henney and WallyGator are truly exceptional. Their unique story serves as a reminder that the natural world never ceases to amaze us, forging connections that defy expectations. Join us as we continue to explore the extraordinary bonds that exist in the animal kingdom, reminding us of the limitless possibilities when it comes to the connection between humans and their wild companions. This story was brought to you by Wonderbot Animals.